Hi everyone, it's Kevin from my teacher channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the prelim finals results. If you are returning Kevin Magpies, welcome, like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, watching this for the first time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Can the Swans make it to their second grand final in 3 years, or can the Power finally get to their first grand final since 2007? Can Geelong make it 2 out of 3 years in the grand final, or can the Lions go back to back in grand finals? Now, the Sydney Swans win by 36 points, 14-11-95 to 8-11-59. Now, while Port Adelaide did kick the first goal, they didn't really look like they were going to burst away at all. The Swans were just too good and they played 3.5 quarters. I know Port Adelaide did kick 2 goals in the last quarter, but they certainly did dominate a lot in the turnover games, like score some turnovers. They kicked like 13 goals, whatever it was, and they absolutely killed them compared to like 2-4-16. And I think that's an issue for me with the Power, is that there are a lot of things that they've done wrong. They're -5 in the inside 50s, but I think for me, the disposal efficiency was 72%. They just turned the footy over in the back half and even tried through the corridor. Yeah, they did try and take a little bit more risk as well, but I think at times they go and they don't need to. Could kick long down the line and help for a contest, and I had 53% from 26 shots, 49 inside 50s, to 50% from 27 shots from 54 inside 50s as well. They +1 in the hit-outs, clearances +6, so dominating that, +3 in the centre clearances, 13 to 10, and 21 to 18 stoppage clearances as well. But Sydney dominated the contested possessions, 119 to 115, and then 229 to 165 uncontested as well. And Port Adelaide had 67 turnovers, which again hurts more. And realistically, they took on 31 marks, 14 to 8 marks inside 50, and 14 to 7 contested marks as well. So they didn't look likely. I thought they tackled well in the 450, 17 to 10, but they did have 52 tackles to 47. And the Swans are into their second grand final in 3 years, and their 8th grand final. Or probably would be more. There definitely been more finals under the South Melbourne era, just like Brisbane Lions with Fitzroy and Brisbane Bears as well. But having said that too, great win by the Swans, well deserved. I think it's time for Hinkley to go. I think it's time for someone else to get in there. They make it to the prelim finals and then they just lose and they just choke. So if there is someone that can take them to the next step as well, on top of that, but having said that too, I like the way that we see things with the Swans, but with the Power, there's a lot more question marks as well. And definitely did felt like, Sydney Swans were always going to win. And that was just a game that was just a complete blowout. They led by over 40 points as a lead, and that's saying something. Their biggest lead was 45 points in that last quarter. So a 6-goal win, they did what they needed to do as well. Now Brisbane won by 10 points and went back to back into their grand finals. Now in 2022, the Cats absolutely smacked them in a prelim final, and that was the last time these sides ever played in the at the MCG in the final. And then 2004 was the last time that Brisbane did beat Geelong, I think, in a prelim final as well. So that was one where it's been a long time coming, 25 years ago as well. Definitely 2004, but I think when you look at these two teams as well, and then you look at with Brisbane, the last time they beat a Victorian team at the MCG was Melbourne in 2022 in the semi-final. So at least with that, like, they do have the confidence obviously they've had the advantage of playing at the MCG as well, but I felt like they were very good on the day. They were much better. I thought Geelong were a little bit off, and they were like a couple percent off. They didn't look like 5 or 10%. They were only just like that 1 or 2% off. And what I mean is, well, like they had their chances in the first quarter as well. They had like 4 or 5 behinds before they kicked their first, but it took them a while to kick a goal in that last quarter, and Brisbane were all over them. But I definitely felt like 1-5-11 to 3-20 is just like, yeah, it just sucks. And yes, they did kick 7 goals too in that second quarter, and they were 25 points in front. And they kicked 2 goals for, and that was probably the difference in the end. Then 2 goals won to obviously 5 goals for, well, that Brisbane did dominate, and they were in front too. And then 2 goals to 5 in the end. That's what probably hurts, to 4 goals to 3. And there was a few Reece Stanley missed. I know Carl Lohman did miss, and probably may look like, could that come back and bite Brisbane on the bum? I did say it in my live stream as well. Kick that 17 points, you're into a grand final potentially, and Geelong would have to kick 3 goals to really win it. But at the end of the day, that was good. Wilmot laid a terrific tackle as well, a match-saving tackle on top of it. Ollie Henry kicked 4 goals for the Cats. But Brodie Grundy's in his first grand final since 2018, which is good. But they were 25 points in front, like I said, and it definitely felt like, I know that the tackles were pretty much even, but tackles in the forward 50, that's when they got going, 21-9, and they took 111 marks. They just couldn't stop Brisbane when they played that chaos ball. And then obviously when you look at it, contested possessions 148 to 144, but the uncontested possessions 230 to 170 as well. They absolutely dominated. 20-10 20-19 in the free kick count, so it doesn't matter. But where they did get them was efficiency inside 50, 53% to 49, 68% to 67. But it did look like, both teams were really nervous. Geelong had opportunities, easy opportunities there at the start. They could have put some scoreboard pressure on. They didn't. And then they capitalised in the second quarter, and that was about it. So it definitely felt like Brisbane are probably deserving winners. 125 years ago was the last time that the Swans and the Lions played in the grand final. Obviously, when they were Fitzroy as well. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to get a good grand final as well. But in a way, I'm sort of glad that Geelong's not in it, purely based on, I think it would have been a boring grand final. I think that would have been a shit grand final to stream, purely based on, I felt like Geelong would definitely dominate as well. And now that it's a Sydney-Brisbane grand final, yes, it's happened 125 years ago, but obviously when you look at the way that these two teams are, this has the vibes of potentially of last year for the Swans, and even I would say, if you look back 2019, and Geelong on top of the ladder throughout the season, and then they only made a preliminary loss, and also the 2012 vibes as well, and the 2008 vibes where Hawthorn and Geelong, they were the best team all season in that. And I know that they won the premiership 2013 by being the best team all season. But 2012, they were the best team all season. And Sydney got up and beat them. And then you have a look. Geelong lost one game. That was against Collingwood in 2008, round 8. And then they got going. And then they lost to Hawthorn in the grand final. And that was the 11 rush behinds as well. So it does give me that type of vibes. But I'm confident in a way that we can see, a result going as well, and definitely that's something that I'm looking forward to in potentially streaming that maybe, but it's definitely going to be, one of those grand finals that we're going to see as well. I am pretty confident that we'll see a good grand final, but these two teams as well need to really start lifting a little bit more, and obviously we'll see more of the way the grand final is going to get played as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the challenge on, what will happen. We saw a close game. I did say on my stream as well that there's always that one final that's a blowout and the other final is close. Happened last year. Well, in a way, yes, they were 16 points, but even 2022, Sydney beat us by a point, and Geelong just belted Brisbane off the park, and they went on to win the flag in 2022 as well. But then you have a look at other teams. Melbourne was so dominant in 2021, they won. So look, it's something's going to be interesting, and definitely see what happens as well. But look, I'm confident we'll see what happens, and we'll just wait and see on the results as well. But I want to congratulate the Sydney Swans. I want to congratulate the Brisbane Lions. I think for me, the question mark is on Chris Scott as a coach now, because now that Stanley struggled when McInerney was off the ground, may not play this week. I'm not going to rule him out. I think Brisbane will do the right thing and either leave it up on a Tuesday or Thursday to potentially play him, or they might do a fitness test on the Friday, who knows, or like on the grand final itself. But having said that too, I think with Geelong, they got beaten badly in the coach's box, but they also got beaten badly, in that second half, and Brisbane really got going, and it definitely felt like Danaher dominated Reece Stanley in the ruck, and they're getting the clearances purely based on that too. So it should be an interesting grand final, but we'll see how we go. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to drop a like, also drop a sub. And if you are new to the channel as well, please don't forget to share it as well. Returning, don't like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have been enjoying my content and haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button as well. Helps the channel out and definitely gets the growth out there a lot more as well. So until then, bye for now.